Hello my friends and welcome! Let me open by saying that if you're a member of the Fandom Menace, this is not going to be a good news video for you. I am Sean Ferrick for Trek Culture and here we are telling you about the ludicrous slate of news that has come out in the last few hours about Star Trek. Let us kick straight off with the news about Star Trek Strange New Worlds, which finally has a release date. May the 5th, 2022, Star Trek Strange New Worlds is finally going to drop, and we will be able to hopefully find out the answer to the question of how in the heck is there a Noonien Singh serving on the Enterprise at the same time as Spock? It's breaking my brain. So we know that this series is going to follow Christopher Pike, number 1, Una, and of course Mr. Spock, as played by Anson Mount, Rebecca Romijn and Ethan Peck, all of whom were introduced in Star Trek Discovery's second season. Now we've had a whole slate of announcements of the different cast, but the one that's really grabbed people's eye after, of course, Uhura's back, but we have La'an Noonien Singh, and recently there has been an announcement that La'an is going to have a brother on the show as well. Now, she's being played by Christina Chong, and understandably, people have been asking the question of how in the heck is there a Noonien Singh serving aboard the Enterprise in the years before Kirk and crew find the Botany Bay? There's a couple of possible answers to this one. One, it's just the same name. Don't be getting too hung up over it. And even I have to be like, it's a fairly deliberate choice of name if that is in fact the case. Now, another one is that she could be a descendant who is completely unaware of her ancestry. And if that sounds a little bit ridiculous, I ask you, how many of your ancestors from 200 years ago do you know? Khan went into the freezer in 1996, and this is set in the mid-23rd century. So, you know, it's a very strong possibility she doesn't know who she's descended from. So, this too is possible, and there's also no guarantee that she is still an augment. It depends. We don't know how long that carries through the line. Those are possibilities. As implausible as that might sound, bear in mind that in canon, Khan ruled pretty much all of Asia at one point. There is a theory that if you trace your ancestry back far enough, odds are you're going to come to Genghis Khan, because the man liked to diddle. There is a possibility that she's a descendant. Now, I will say, the fact that we're asking these questions already, this has to be deliberate. Maybe not. Maybe not. I suspect it will be, but whatever the case, May 5th is when we start getting the opportunity to look into some of these questions. May 5th is also important because it is the last episode of Star Trek Picard's second season. Yes, March 3rd, we're getting season 2 of Picard, which I am so excited for. I have loved the trailer so far. We've had the reveals of the new Borg Queen, played by Annie Wersching. We've had some Seven and Raffi scenes together, which I'm so excited for. We have more Laris, which makes me happy. We know as well, through comments that Michelle Hurd made, that Whoopi Goldberg should be reprising the role in season 2, which means hopefully we get to see Q and Guinan together again since The Next Generation. Please, someone give us a bit more of that story. Now, there was talk initially of filming seasons 2 and 3 back to back. Then news came out that season 3 had been paused due to a COVID outbreak among the cast and crew. About 50 people tested positive for the virus, which delayed filming a little bit. So season 3 is still a little bit off in the future. So for the moment, very excited for season 2. There is going to be a little bit of crossover, as I said, between Picard season 2 and Strange New Worlds season 1. Fabulous announcement is that Star Trek Lower Decks will be returning for its third season in 2022 as well. And it has been renewed for a fourth season already. What's that? Strange New Worlds has already been confirmed for a second season. This is fantastic news. So before it's even aired, Strange New Worlds is getting a second year, and Lower Decks, which is easily our favorite of the newest Trek at the moment, has been confirmed for a fourth year. I am so excited. In fact, this is how excited I am. I got a new pad for cetacean observations. I'm ready, Mike McMahon. Come at me. Come at me. Super pumped for Lower Decks this year. It's been such a breath of fresh air. There's been so many cetacean observations, but also we finally got cetacean observations. I think Chris is still running around with a smile on his face from that one. That leads us to Star Trek Discovery's 4th season. Now that's going to be starting back up again on the 10th of February and seeing out the end of the season, 3 episodes of which are going to overlap with Picard season 1. Now I've already put in my order for a bulk amount of Nescafe for that week, but you know what? It's fine. What has also been confirmed is Star Trek Discovery's 5th season. That is right. This is the first Star Trek show since Star Trek Voyager went off the air that's getting a 5th season, and I am so happy for them. And I'm so happy for us that we get another year of Discovery. Where the season of Discovery has left off so far is we've left it off on a cliffhanger. I won't say anything in case you haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So I'm very excited to see where the rest of the season goes. As usual with Discovery, there is high stakes, but it's not quite season 3 burn level of high stakes. It's different. It's different, and I'm very much enjoying this season. So definitely excited to see where the season goes, and very excited to see what Discovery does going into its 5th year as well. As you will know, Star Trek Prodigy's first half of its 1st season is closing out over the next 3 weeks, and I've really been enjoying these episodes. Like that, they're lower stakes really than any of the other Treks at the moment, and the pacing is a little bit slower, which I have enjoyed. Obviously the artwork is just unparalleled gorgeous. We've known this for a while, but it's confirmed that season 1 of Star Trek Prodigy is being split into 2 halves, or potentially 4 quarters, because we got a break in the first block of episodes as well. So there will be another set of 10 episodes for Prodigy that will come out toward the end of 2022, but they are still season 1. To address the question of the ups and downs as well, unfortunately we were not able to continue with ups and downs for Star Trek Prodigy. It's a similar situation to our podcast that we ran a while back. Unfortunately, we are slightly dependent on view counts when it comes to these things because it has to be able to fit inside the budget. We have to cover our costs. And for a whole myriad of reasons, unfortunately, Prodigy just was not hitting those numbers. Now, me personally, I suspect it has something to do with the lack of availability on this side of the pond. So we completely understand your disappointment with that, but we can say that when Discovery comes back, we will be picking up ups and downs again from there and going Discovery, Picard, Strange New Worlds, and Lower Decks. We will be doing that all the way through up until about, I think July is the next time we get time off. But hey, who had plans for 2022 anyway? That is everything today, guys. Thank you so much for your continued support. What are you most excited about in this new slate of news? Please drop it into the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, you can have a chat with us over on Twitter at Trek Culture, and you can reach out to me anytime you like, Sean Ferrick on Twitter as well. You are all awesome. I am so excited that we are going to share this new era of Star Trek together. Oh, what's that? It's all cancelled? Ah, never mind that then. Look after yourselves. Live long and prosper.